Hey, this is Seth here from Kickin Up a Notch, and Pookie couldn't be here today, but we're here with Todd from Volume 1. It's a new sneaker slash streetwear boutique in Westport, Kansas City, Missouri. So you want to give us a little bit about yourself to start off?
Yeah, again, my name is Todd Hitchcock. I'm kind of a, I guess a consultant, you could say, here at Volume 1. People ask me, do you really have a full-time job? I'm like, yes, I do have another full-time job, but I do help out here at Volume 1 as well. I've been in Kansas City for a little while. Sneakers are my passion, I love this stuff. So
yeah. You used to live in the middle of nowhere.
I did, yeah. Actually, I started there, came here, went to college in the local area, then for some reason moved back to Southwest Kansas, and then woke up and decided I need to get back here. So I'm back.
Good choice.
Very much.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about Volume 1. What's the history, background?
Yeah. Volume 1 itself, to kind of give you a background of kind of where the name came from.
Yeah. I've always wondered that, actually.
Yeah. Well, and if you look at the actual name of the store, it says Volume 1 Concept Boutique. Mm-hmm. And the owner Justin, when I was talking to him about that, that was one of the first things I noticed was in the name. It says Concept Boutique. It doesn't say Sneaker Boutique. So he kind of gave me a little bit of a history of kind of what his vision was for the shop and the name itself. Volume 1 kind of symbolizes a start. Whether it be a book or a song or whatever it is, you start with the first volume. So this is the first volume of hopefully more volumes. Who knows? It could be another volume 1.2, down in South, Northern Park or something. It depends on how things go. So that's kind of the meaning behind Volume 1.
Yeah, that's what I was actually wondering. Like, if you guys ever got a new store, would it be Volume 2 or Volume 1.2?
That I don't know. You have to adjust it on that one. I'm not sure, but one thing you'll figure out about Justin, the more I get to know him, is everything he does is very intentional. Everything has a meaning, and he doesn't just throw a name out there. There's a lot of thought that goes into everything.
And you
just the littlest things.
I mean, just a little background on Justin. He takes the most beautiful sneaker pictures I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
So I mean, that shines through.
Legendary. Yeah.
Everything that he does. I mean, it's art that he does. It's not just a picture.
Yeah. I bust people on Instagram using his photos all the time. It's pretty fun. It's almost become a sport.
Well, yeah. He kind of taught you his ways a little bit.
He did.
Black background.
Yeah.
For you and the white background.
Yeah. Kind of yin and yang. Absolutely.
So, it's a concept store.
Yes.
And what does you said it was the first volume, but
sure.
what does concept really mean? Like, are you trying to show evolution through things? Or?
Well, the concept of the Concept Boutique means that eventually we want to get to a place where Volume 1 is a brand, where we're producing our own things, our own goods, our own whatever it is, T-shirts, maybe even a shoe, who knows, branded as Volume 1. So. As a concept boutique, like, this is where things are going to be. This is where dreams are going to happen. Where we're going to design things. We're going to come up with concepts of things that we want to produce. This is kind of a place where we can all come together and sit down and talk about ideas that we have, put them on paper, design things and see if it comes to fruition. So it's kind of like a design studio as well. So. We're not going to be just shoes and clothes and stuff. It could be eyeglass frames. It could be whatever. Whatever we want to do, we want to make things. We don't want to always sell other people's stuff.
Yeah.
We want Volume 1. We want Volume 1 to be a brand eventually.
And I can see that is kind of where you guys are headed. Mm-hmm. And you told me that before, and I think that you just gave me a tour of the shop. Mm-hmm. Could you explain a little bit about the background of that? And I can see where it all started with the store itself. I mean, brick and mortar, you guys put a lot of thought and effort into this. And I can see where that might translate into some of your own goods.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, this is Justin's baby. This is, from the beginning to the end, I heard over a year ago that he was thinking about doing something like this. Mm-hmm. So here we are, more than a year later with the concept actually coming to life. And again, that's because he didn't want to cut any corners. He wanted the spot to be perfect. He wanted it to lend exactly the kind of aesthetics that he wanted for the for like a creative process. Like upstairs, this whole end right here is all windows.
Yeah.
That was very intentional. His desk is up there by the windows where he can look out, get inspiration from everything that's outside.
People, buildings, materials.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so inside this building itself, this is a very beautiful space.
Great location too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Downtown Westport, Kansas.
Absolutely. And this is like a museum. This is like I was telling you earlier, this is probably one of the nicest, if not the nicest boutique that you're going to come across.
It's gorgeous.
This is a very beautiful space. So that's going to bring a lot of people in. We have people walking by looking in the windows like, wow, this is an amazing space. A lot of people have come in and commented like, I can't believe something like this is even in Westport.
Well, when they see that front door, it probably catches their eye too.
Yeah.
With the the stainless steel volume
Absolutely.
door.
Absolutely.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Everything is very intentional to get attention, to get people wondering what's going on in there.
Well, you mentioned that it's kind of like a museum, and earlier you were telling me about some charred wood in the background of this building. So can you talk about that?
Sure. The building itself actually had a fire in it. This used to house a restaurant. So all of the black wood that you see out there, if you get really close to it, you can tell it's been charred. It's a charred cedar. So it's, again, that just kind of goes back to the history of the building and kind of what it's been through. So it's kind of paying homage to kind of the roots of the actual space and kind of bringing it to life.
That's awesome. And I like how it flows throughout the building too.
Yep.
I mean, from the floor to the top, it wraps around. It's pretty sweet.
Absolutely, yeah. When you first walk in the door, you see how the space goes all the way to the ceiling. And there's a little mezzanine level. And you see where there's an actual hole, come down a little further, and there's an actual hole where you can see up into the roof where the cedar goes actually up into the top level.
Yeah, and it's kind of like the fire that rises.
Absolutely.
And that's at least what it reminded me of.
Absolutely.
So you talked about wanting to eventually create some of your own stuff, but right now you guys are focused on, reselling or retailing other brands. What kind of brands do you guys have?
Well, as far as the footwear stuff goes, we've got some Vlado, some camper, some creative recreation, gourmet footwear, Brooks Heritage,
Super Dry.
Super Dry. We have also got some Super Dry in as well, and we're very excited to be. We're going to be a tier 1 premium store for New Balance.
We're waiting for that.
We are so we are so excited about that. Kind of to use as our anchor product, because that's kind of the niche that I'm starting to see people branch out, and starting to see more and more people kind of get into different things. And the timing of it, I think, is perfect, because if we were bringing something like this in maybe a year or 2 years ago, I don't think it would be as successful as it's going to be once we get it in now. Now people are ready. I still think there's going to be a little bit of an education process that's going to have to happen, because you're still under people that are really heavy into Nike and Jordan and stuff like that, which is perfectly fine. But whenever they come in and they see like a made in the USA general release New Balance price tagged at $160, they're going to be like, $160 for New Balance? Wait, these aren't your mall walker New Balance.
Yeah, feel that sway real quick and then get back.
Exactly. So there's going to be a little bit of a, an education process with that stuff. But I'm excited to actually get the brand out there and to tell people about it and the history, and just to show them, once you have that shoe in your hand, it sells itself.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, anybody that knows anything about shoes, once you touch those things,
and once you put it on your foot, you feel that absorb. It's over.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we're going to be one of only 80 stores in the country that are on that level. We're going to be getting the product of like Burn Rubber, Corporate, Nice Kicks, Sneaker Politics. Those are tier 1 premium stores. We're very, very, very excited.
Not bad. I'm excited for you guys to get it. So I have to hop in here and grab it.
My bank account's excited.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, you said there's going to be like a learning process for some of the local people here, because we haven't had anything like this before.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we have had some streetwear stores that haven't really made it very long.
Yeah.
But coming in here and seeing this and knowing the thought process and everything that Justin's put behind it.
Sure.
I think everybody knows that this is going to be successful.
Yeah. We're. I think like timing is everything, and I think that Kansas City is ready for something like this. It's even just putting out teaser stuff on like Instagram and stuff like that. Like the comments have been like, yes, finally. We can't wait for this to happen. When's the grand opening? When's everything going to go down and stuff? And to kind of go back on some of the brands that we carry too, with like with the clothing and stuff as well. You know, like you said, there's been other streetwear people come in and try to do some things. Well, these are brands that Kansas City hasn't seen before, as far as on the streetwear side.
Exactly. I was gonna say there seems to be a learning curve when it comes to the shoes, but I know that you guys got some joggers in. And
yeah, absolutely.
They hadn't been able to get that anywhere else, and that sold out pretty quick from what I heard.
Within a week. Within a week, we had some of our published stuff was gone within a few days of receiving it. And that's, and myself included, I kind of branched into joggers. It's been about a year or so ago, and I felt a little weird
at first. Yeah, you do.
Feel a little different, but they are. I absolutely love them.
And for a sneakerhead, they show off the shoe.
Absolutely.
It's like, oh, there's no leg covering up my shoe.
Exactly.
You can see the entire thing.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's kind of what gets people. I think that's what caught my eye.
No, absolutely.
First thing. But then when you actually get into them and wear them,
comfortable.
They're the most comfortable thing ever.
Absolutely.
I'd wear them every day if I could.
It's like parachute pants without the finger. They're just so nice around your leg. There's no tightness.
Absolutely. And we're excited to have, to have Publish. Publish is a huge brand. You get the quality, you get the materials, the different textures and stuff at a price point that's affordable. If you, there's a lot of, everybody knows the Mercer like that from
Kith, yeah.
But $135 a pair. Not a lot of people are too excited about that.
And you got to be online right when they drop.
Exactly. Yeah. So we're excited to have Publish. Publish is a big one for us. We're very excited for that. 10 Deep is another one that people know the name but have never been able to touch it and feel it and see the quality that's involved. Again, at a price point that's affordable. Super Dry is a brand that I knew nothing about until I was lucky enough to go to Vegas, and I was blown away. I went to Agenda, got to help out with the ordering and stuff for that. And I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it.
Oh, the quality's crazy.
It's phenomenal, and the details are something that you really have to see again. Like a lot of their jackets have 3 zippers, but there's not 3 layers. Yeah. It's just little things like that. It's kind of a cool mix because it's English influence as far as the fit and stuff like that, and with also Japanese influence at the same time.
Absolutely.
So it's a lot of mashup. Like, why is there this Japanese writing on a piece that's from England, but it doesn't make any sense until you see it. It's beautiful stuff.
Well, yeah, that's another thing is in Kansas City, like I said, we haven't had anything like this. You may have liked A-Life, or you may have liked 10 Deep, or you may have liked Super Dry. When you see some pictures. Yeah. Everything looks great in pictures, and you order it, and you have. You may not order it because you haven't been able to feel it or try it on. Yep. And when you're buying a $400 jacket, most people want to be able to make sure that thing's going to fit.
Yeah, exactly.
But now they can come into Volume 1 and try it on. And
absolutely. Yeah, and people who are kind of leery about joggers or whatever and how they're going to fit and stuff like that.
Try them on.
Come try them on.
Absolutely.
You'll be hooked.
Nice dressing room.
Absolutely.
The nicest bathroom I may have ever seen in a boutique. Or any store for that matter.
Yeah, Westport's not seeing a restroom this time. We can charge admission for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are you guys planning on going other than making your own stuff? What is the goal for Volume 1?
We want to be one of those places that people think of when they think of like the premier boutiques of the country. Like if you ask anybody off the street, like what's the first when you think of sneaker boutique, what do you think of? People, obviously, are going to say corporate, nice kicks, Kith, burn rubber, all those types of places. We want to be mentioned in the same breath as those people, because, I personally know a lot of the owners of those stores, and they're, great dudes. They're really nice guys, and, they've really helped us out as well, as far as, getting things done, and because, this is Justin's first go at this. I've never done this before.
Yeah, you have to have some kind of guidance.
Absolutely,
you can have the greatest vision in the world, but you still need the personal connection with somebody who's been there and done that.
Yeah. So like Matt at the corporate's been just a blessing for us. He's a guy that I try to talk to weekly. We pick his, Justin and I pick his brain on different things. Like when you started out, what did you do with this? Or what brands do you carry? What do you see as good things to bring to the store? What should we stay away from? What were some of the pitfalls that you had when you started, so we can avoid those same things? He's been fantastic, helping us out with that sort of stuff.
Awesome. So, are you planning on having any local type things available at the store?
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna Relaced is something that we're gonna have in store.
Guys from Relaced.
Guys from Relaced.
Always.
I love their stuff.
Everybody knows how I feel about
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's incredible.
You know, top-notch stuff. You know, it's very, very, very well done. So,
Yeah,
so we'll have some of that stuff.
The quality of their things and the inspiration and dedication to the details is something that is unrivaled, at least from what I've seen, when it comes to matching and going with sneakers.
Absolutely, and it's not like overly done too. Like you see a lot of stuff.
It's not
like
huge graphics all
you know, like elephant prints. You know, whenever a 3 drops, there's elephant print this, elephant print that. You know, it's very tastefully done.
Exactly. And it goes with joggers pretty well.
Absolutely.
So come in, grab some joggers, get some relays, and get out the door.
Brooks Heritage stuff. We're excited to have them in as well. They're huge in England, huge in Europe. They're all over there, and they're really trying to make a push in the U.S. You know, so we're excited to have them. You know, people walk in, they're like, "Oh, I don't remember that brand, but my dad had that brand and stuff." And that's really cool. That, you know, a lot of people are going back to those sorts of things. You know, that's what's cool about the shoes is, you know, for me personally, whenever I see a shoe like a retro Jordan or something like that, it takes me back to that point in my life where I remember the first time I saw that shoe.
Absolutely.
You know, the memories are what really kind of get me with shoes, and that's what some of this stuff provides.
And that's what draws a lot of people to shoes, is they have some sort of memory that they can relate to, and this shoe, that's why they gravitate to
Absolutely.
it. Sean Kemp with Kamikazes, or, you know, Jordan.
Yeah, absolutely.
For the kids these days, it's going to be LeBron or Kobe or KD.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's just going to keep evolving.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome. So, yeah, and in America, a lot of people think Brooks and they think performance running shoes.
Yeah, for sure.
But they have more than that.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people weren't aware of that until more recently with the heritage things and coming to fruition here in America. So it's pretty sweet.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're excited about it for sure.
I bet. Okay, so you guys are going to be at Sneakfest, right?
Absolutely.
On Saturday.
Absolutely.
Municipal Auditorium, 1 to 7 p.m.
Yeah.
It's put on by the KC Soul 6 crew, so shout out to them for putting it on. This is the 2nd year. And I saw, you're going to be there.
Absolutely.
And I saw that you guys are going to be doing some sort of promotion with that today on Instagram.
Yes, absolutely.
So talk a little bit about kind of what you guys have in store. I know it's kind of a secret, but if you could give us a little tidbit and then tell us about the promotion too.
Yeah, so the tidbit is
be there.
Be there.
That's the first tidbit.
That's the tidbit. And that might be the only tidbit. It's gonna catch a lot of people by surprise.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nice.
Pretty nice.
It's gonna be people are gonna talk about it.
Is it gonna be it's gonna be all volume 1?
People,
for the most part?
People are gonna talk about it.
Okay.
People are gonna talk about it.
Don't give me too much.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Okay, so talk about the promotion then.
Yeah, for this week, if you guys bring in your Sneakfest tickets or bring in like to show us that you're a vendor or whatever, we'll give you 10% off the entire week. Actually, we'll probably honor that through a couple days of next week as well. Saturday night after Sneakfest, we're actually going to have a grand opening in the store.
Okay.
So there will be more information coming out soon with that. We'll have flyers and stuff at Sneakfest as well. If we're ready to kick this off, we've had about almost 2 weeks of like our kind of a soft opening to kind of work the kinks out. Get the kind of the flow down, the system down, and we're ready to blow the roof off.
Ready to kick it up a notch is what you're ready to do.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Kicking it up a notch.
So we're excited. It's going to be a big weekend. And that's the weekend is actually starting for us this week.
Yeah.
Getting in preparations, getting everything finalized, getting everything ready. It's going to be big. We're excited.
Wait, man. I'm excited.
Pre-party Friday. Of course, Saturday's a big day. Going into Saturday night, with the big grand opening here in store. We've got some good stuff planned for that. Maybe it might have a VIP guest come in from out of town. Who knows?
Nice.
So we'll haven't got that confirmed yet.
Haven't got it confirmed?
Haven't got it confirmed. But, might have a special guest in the house. So stay tuned. It may just be random. It may just show up. I don't even know. So
You probably would.
yeah, I hope he does.
Just drop through.
It'll be cool.
Hey, I'm here.
I promise that. It'll be cool. It'll be cool. So then, of course, Sunday, we'll be open as well. So people, this really couldn't happen at all. Again, timing is everything.
Absolutely.
There's going to be thousands of people in town for this. Why not do this at Sneakfest? A big grand opening, for that night. People are already here anyways, pumped about shoes and stuff. Let's bring them into the local spot. Couldn't have planned it better.
Yeah. So if you're coming in town for Sneakfest, be sure to swing through either the night of Sneakfest or one of the days that you're here afterwards, Sunday.
Absolutely.
And bring your ticket.
Yes, sir.
And get 10% off.
Absolutely.
Check out the store, the gorgeous setup
Absolutely.
you guys have in here.
Yep.
Is there anything else you want to talk about? Any shout outs to anybody other than the people who have helped you for the store?
Definitely want to give a big shout out to Justin. Of course, everybody knows who he is. You know, Sneaker Box Spotlight.
Yep.
Pretty much a legend. Definitely want to thank him for allowing me to be a part of this. It means a lot to me that he would trust me to kind of come in and be a part of this. It's a big deal. So I definitely appreciate that. Just everybody that's local. Support. I'm a big fan of supporting local. Whether it be Relaced or whoever. Escapist. Right for all the different shops. There's enough here for everyone. So let's get out there and support local as much as possible.
Absolutely agree with that 105,000%.
Absolutely.
Gotta support local, man.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you guys are on Twitter and Instagram.
Absolutely.
It's at Volume 1. It's 1 in E on 1 though. And of course, Justin is taking the professional pictures, so all of their shoe inventory pretty much is going up online, and you can see everything.
Oh, the other thing we're doing too, while I'm thinking about it, if you're following the Volume 1 Instagram, we're going to be giving away a pair of shoes at Sneakfest to our random followers. So make sure you're following at Volume 1. Again, VOLUME1 in E, and we'll be picking somebody at random to get a free pair of shoes.
That's awesome.
It'll be free shoes.
Hey, sweet, and there's some sweet shoes over here. I was checking out those gourmets earlier.
Yeah.
Those are pretty sweet.
Master
the cactus ones.
Those cactus leather, those teal cactus leather.
Yes.
Need those.
The black and white are looking pretty good
pretty
too.
good too. For sure.
That clean white midsole is pretty sweet.
Yeah. Come check them out.
For sure. So this is Todd with Volume 1, downtown Westport, Kansas City. Appreciate you taking the time, man.
No problem. Appreciate you doing this for us.
Of course. Be sure to like and subscribe to Kickin' Up a Notch on YouTube. Follow us